Gloria Strode, and welcome to Straightforward. Today, my very, very special guest is Nikki Waller from Hope Harbor. Welcome, Nikki.
Thank you.
You all have been so very busy this month at Hope Harbor. Of course, you're always busy year-round, but your work is so important to families in this community. Share with our audience what Hope Harbor is and how you all are making a difference.
Hope Harbor is a safe haven for victims of domestic violence. Many individuals think domestic violence just occurs where the victim is just a male, female, but victims can be male.
Exactly.
Relationships aren't just between married people. Male, female. It can be between a relationship where they're married, where they're dating. It can be from parent to child, child to parent. It can be in same-sex relationship. Domestic violence can occur when there's an intimate bond between two individuals. Hope Harbor, we're again, a safe haven. We're a 33-bed facility where we house single women and women with children. We do assist fathers with children and single men. We just do not house them at Hope Harbor. Now, every victim does not necessarily or want to come into the shelter. So we have an outreach program where we provide the exact same services. We have individuals that come in with nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Just the clothes on their back.
And sometimes not that.
Really?
So we assist them with getting the basics, an ID, a birth certificate.
Because they left in a hurry.
Yes, ma'am.
So they didn't bring their ID or anything. They had to get a plan of escape.
Yes, ma'am. And while they're with us, we're safety planning while they're in the shelter, at the bus stop, at work, at school, everywhere. We provide counseling. We provide financial support groups. We have individuals that come in just to nurture.
Really?
Pampering. We have arts and crafts for the children. We have one-on-one parenting, one-on-one counseling. We have a nutritionist that comes in. So for the most part, the resources that an individual would need to become independent again, we provide in-house, but we also provide those similar resources on an outreach basis. We have support groups that we offer the ladies Monday through Thursday inside the shelter.
So they can come and be a part of the support groups.
Right inside the shelter. But we also provide outreach support groups on first and third Thursdays at the Ronald McDonald House at 515. And we also have a healthy support group, a healthy relationship support group on the second and fourth Wednesdays at noon at the corporate center where our outreach office is. So when a family comes in, we're there.
From point A to point B.
Yes, ma'am, because everybody comes in. Our focus is always safety. But if a mother's coming in and she has to be at work and her first job and her first means of income is in the morning, she's not going to be focused on getting housing. Getting this. She's going to be working, trying to figure out, okay, I need something to get to work. Where are my children going to be?
She's worried about safety, security, and all of that.
Yes, so yes, ma'am. So our goals are her goals, and we have to meet the victim and survivor where they are at that time.
And not everyone's at the same place when they come to you.
We have many individuals, they just need to rest.
Just tired.
They just need to sleep.
Weary.
They need to eat. They just need to be told everything is okay. Because if you're battered and bruised, you're not going to want to go out. So you're going to need that time to heal to get to work on getting your confidence back.
So you all provide that safe and nurturing environment with everything the basics that they need, and then some.
Yes, ma'am.
And then once they've rested, because it's a battle, then you all start with moving them into the process of becoming independent. But they have a little period of respite for those that need a chance to just collect themselves.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
so what counties are you serving? Because I know that we're here in Muskogee, and I'm familiar with that because I did work at the shelter as a caseworker before. So who else are you serving?
We service 6 counties.
6?
Muskogee, Chattahoochee, Marion, Talbot, Taylor, and Harris. Now, those are our 6 service counties.
Okay.
But Hope Harbor, if there's a vacancy for any individual that's in need, we will take anyone from any county in Georgia and outside the state of Georgia.
Wow. So if someone's leaving New Jersey and they're trying to get to a safe place, if you all have space,
yes, ma'am, and
then you all would take them
and we
in.
would assist in transportation accommodations if need be.
Wow. So you all are just doing we know that domestic violence, and it happens even among teenagers, those that are dating, like you said, anyone in an intimate relationship.
And February is Teen Dating and Violence Awareness Month.
Okay, well, you'll have to come back in February and we need to talk about that, because a lot of times as girls are young and they think they're in love, and when the person is deciding who you can be friends with, what you're going to eat, what you should be wearing, if he's already doing that, or you're a teenager, that's a danger sign.
It is.
It is. And so we'll have you come back in February and talk about that. But what is it that you all need from the community on an ongoing basis? I know that you all take donations. So where can people drop off the donations? Do you have a website? Give us that information before we run out of time.
Okay. Every Tuesday at 8:30 and 1 p.m., we have our volunteer coordinator that's in the parking lot of the Rose Hill Baptist Church off Hamilton Road.
Okay.
And there is a van that says donations on it that's marked clearly. You can also go to hopeharbor.org to check our website. Right now, our ongoing need is full body towels, socks from women, children. It's becoming cold. We need warm weather clothing, paper products, cleaning products. These are things that we're always, these are ongoing needs.
Just every day, because you all provide a home environment.
Yes, ma'am. We also take household items, because once an individual is ready to transition from the shelter to their apartment, they're going to need sofas, dining room tables, and things like that. So they can call Hope Harbor to set up an appointment, a special appointment, to have those bigger donation items picked up from home.
See, I didn't know that, and I'm glad that we're having this conversation, because my dad passed away, and we had lots of furniture there and stuff that was really usable. And so now that I know that, I will make sure that I share that, because oftentimes we think of the traditional places like Goodwill, Valley Rescue Mission, but you're absolutely right. Those people that are moving into independence will need furniture as well.
They will, and they can call our volunteer coordinator at 706 324-3850.
Well, thank you so much. You're awesome. I appreciate all that you're doing.
Thank you.
And you are definitely an unsung hero. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. We'll be right back after word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Chalk by Quincy introduces Excellence Redefined, timepieces of the finest technology, luxury, and class with tons of style at chalklifestyle.com. Renal Associates, LLC, a team of physicians dedicated to excellent kidney care with 5 convenient locations to serve you: Stark Avenue, Columbus; Bradley Park, Columbus; Lafayette Parkway, LaGrange; East Burkhalter Avenue, Buena Vista; and Springs Street in Warm Springs.
History is important because it shows where you're coming from and where you're going. Type 2 diabetes is something that runs in my family, which means I'm at risk. In fact, 1 in 3 American adults are at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. And knowing this, if I do nothing, that family history becomes my family's future. And my family is too important to me for that. Take the risk factor assessment today at AskScreenKnow.com.
The military has been in every generation of my family, and so has VA. It wasn't easy for my dad after Vietnam, but VA helped him and my mom get the home they'd always wanted. My grandpa's been coming to VA since World War II. They even helped him lay to rest one of his battle buddies from Normandy. And me, I followed in their footsteps and served with pride. And now that I'm out of the military, the GI Bill's helping me with school. Every generation of my family has served, and VA has served us all.
We do it for the vine. Hi, I'm Pastor Quinn, Senior Pastor of New Destiny Church.
And I'm Lady Denitra Hartnett, and we would like to invite you out to worship with us at New Destiny Church, where we do it for the vine.
Welcome back to Straightforward. My next guest is the Senior Director of Recruitment from the Albany State University. Welcome, Melody.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, you are traveling the world trying to recruit the best and the brightest.
Yes, indeed.
For the Albany State University.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have a big event that's coming up. It's an open house. When is that?
Open house for us is going to be October 31st, but we're also having an event on this coming Thursday as well for our transfer students that we'll be inviting them to campus. But the one that we're focusing on is our October 31st open house, and it is exactly what the word indicates. Open. We're going to open our campus for our guests.
Okay, and so will they get a chance to tour the various buildings, departments? What will happen?
Oh, yes, ma'am. It will begin at 8 a.m. They can arrive on campus at Harbour Gymnasium, right across from our Early Learning Center off of Radium Springs. They'll check in, and then they have an opportunity to participate in the browse session. That will be from 8 a.m. until 9:20. And then at 9:30, we will have our opening session where they get opportunity to meet the leadership of the campus, and they will greet them. And then about 10 o'clock, we're going to just turn them loose on campus. They will have an opportunity to have the academic spotlight, where they will have a chance to engage with our deans from our 4 colleges. They will also get an opportunity to tour the campus. They get an opportunity to tour our labs, our chemistry lab, our forensic science lab, our comm lab, as well as our nursing lab. And
our
then
forensic science lab. Isn't that fabulous?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, really, I have no shame. People that know me know this is my greatest claim to fame.
Yes.
But when you say the forensic science lab, the first thing I think about is CSI and NCIS.
Yes.
And so we are the premier school in Georgia to have that forensic science.
Yes, ma'am. Allow me to rewind and just hover over there for just one moment.
All right, now.
We have, first of all, we have an accredited campus program, as well as an accredited 4-year forensic science program. And you're absolutely right. We have the premier forensic science program in the state of Georgia. And I don't mind.
All of the university
Yes, ma'am.
schools.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, ma'am. Yes, we do. And we have a engaging lab, and they have spent some money to ensure that our students are aligned with other students across the country when they are applying and trying to be competitive in the workforce. But yes, they will get opportunity to tour that forensic science lab.
State of the art.
Yes, ma'am.
At the Albany State University.
Yes, ma'am. Albany State. Yes, well, we just celebrated our homecoming. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so they're going to actually get a chance to meet the deans of the 4 different
colleges. Yes, ma'am. We have the College of Business, where we have Dean Jackson, the College of Arts and Humanities, where Dr. Grimsley is interim until we find a new dean. Then we have the College of Education, where we have Dean George Thompson, who is also interim at the time. And then we also have for science and health professions, Dean Joyce Johnson.
And so we have been recognized in U.S. News and World Report for being one of the best HBCUs.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have this awesome nursing program, which we've had a wonderful reputation for that.
Yes, ma'am.
So we've received recognition for that as well.
Absolutely. We are the #1 state public HBCU in the state of Georgia.
And that's historical Black colleges
and universities. Yes,
for
ma'am.
our other audience that's watching.
Absolutely. But I do want to put this disclaimer out. We not only just educate our HBCUs, we educate anyone who is interested in a quality, affordable education. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. And I was so impressed when I saw the Battle of the Bands, the Honda, I think it was 2012.
Yes.
And one of the drum majors was a young Caucasian.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, the Albany State, we're so diverse now, of course. Also, I've seen in some of the things we try to track, the older alumni, I know we do, where you had students to go to a foreign country.
Yes,
and that's a part of the growth and development.
That's our global initiative, our study abroad, where we encourage students. And for those in the listening audience who may not be familiar with that opportunity, students have a chance to go to a different country during the summertime, earn credit hours, and get the exposure, and it's a great resume builder. They can go to Trinidad, they can go to China, Africa.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes.
And they get credits.
Yes, ma'am, towards their graduation.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
So you all have really covered all the bases, and I know the campus has really grown since I was there. When you said tour the campus, way many years ago when I was there, we just had one part of the campus. I've heard someone refer to it as the lower campus.
Oh, yes, ma'am. We now call it the lower and upper campus.
Okay.
And, you know, it was the flood of 1994, and I say it was a blessing twofold because we had no fatalities, but it gave us an opportunity to grow. And all of our new buildings, if you notice when you tour the campus, is above ground. So that was one of the stipulations. So as we are growing bigger, better, and stronger, we're doing it above ground.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's on the other side of Radium Springs.
Yes, ma'am.
And we actually have, I call it the tunnel, but we have
It's a pedestrian mall.
Oh, pedestrian mall.
walkway. Yes, ma'am.
It takes us to the other side of the campus.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what we're going to do right now, Melody, we're going to take a break and go to our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back after a word from some of our sponsors. Straightforward is brought to you by Warrior Outreach. Contact Command Sergeant Major Retired Sam Rhodes or Kathy Rhodes. Freedom Printing for all of your designer printing needs. Gunboat Plaza, Suite 18. Progressive Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1952. The George Ford legacy of high standards continues today in the compassionate and professional services provided. A touch of dignity for those who care. Progressive Funeral Home, 4235 St. Mary's Road, trusted by generations.
Hi, I'm Michael DeQuier, band director here at Albany State University. As you may or may not know, our marching band has been invited to the 2016 Tournament of Roses Parade. And with me is the Tournament of Roses Parade president, Mr. Mike Matheson.
Michael, it's been great to meet the band and the community and to drum up the support that your band's going to need to come to Pasadena.
Thank you very much, Mike. Well, to get there, we need your help. And you can help by visiting our website or calling the ASU Foundation. We will be in Pasadena, California, January 2016. Thank you very much.
Walmart's reason for supporting Thurgood Marshall College Fund is simple. We like to win. And we have been given a lot of exposure to some incredible talent. And we also believe that it's a part of our responsibility to the community to give back. This is a great opportunity to do both. It's been a wonderful experience for us through the years. We've appreciated our partnership. We believe in return on investment, and we have definitely had a remarkable return.
I'm Drew Brees, and being a dad means the world to me. And one of the most important things any parent can do is make sure their kids get active at least 60 minutes each day. Studies show that physical activity not only helps kids stay healthy, it can enhance important skills like concentration and problem solving, which can improve academic performance. This means physical activity can help your kids in the most important game of all, life.
Columbus's first New York-style buffalo wings restaurant. American Deli is not only known for the best buffalo wings in the area, they're also known for their fresh deli ingredients. Now you can enjoy the best New York-style buffalo wings in 2 locations. American Deli at 2004 Auburn Avenue, Columbus, Georgia, and American Wings and Deli at 2061 Highway 280 in Phoenix City. We're open Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday from noon to 8 p.m. American Deli, the best buffalo wings around.
And welcome back to Straightforward. I'm continuing my conversation with the fabulous Senior Director of Recruiting from the Albany State University.
Thank you.
Melody, you all have so much going on at Albany State. I just wanted to make sure today we highlighted the open house.
Yes.
Anyone that might be interested in this area, of course, we are in Columbus, we're over in Alabama, the Phoenix City side, and so we are in many counties that will see this.
Yes, ma'am.
What do they need to do in order to participate in the event on the 31st? But anytime, because sometimes parents work that might not fit,
yes, ma'am,
they can come down and tour the campus.
Yes.
What should our seniors be preparing for at this time?
Okay, I'm glad. Those are a series of excellent questions. Allow me to first begin by saying those that are across that state line in Alabama, we have been approved to waive out-of-state tuition costs for the state of Alabama, Florida, and South Carolina.
Wow, because they're touching us.
Yes, ma'am. We were approved back in August by the Board of Regents, so University Systems, we were approved. So we have been spreading the word and letting our neighboring states know to come on over. So I just wanted to say that.
So it's affordable.
Yes, ma'am.
We don't have to worry about those out-of-state fees that would really make it unachievable.
Ma'am. And that is correct. And then I also want to also share with the listening audience that we are a public state school, and that's important as well when you're talking dollar and cents.
Right.
When you're talking about affordability of a state university versus a private, where the tuition may be somewhat more costly.
Right. So we're Thurgood Marshall School.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. And we do have Thurgood Marshall scholars as well as Bill and Melinda Gates scholars that have chosen to come to Albany State University. And when you asked about the seniors, allow me to just say this about the Bill and Melinda Gates scholarship, that I am encouraging all seniors and their parents to look into that scholarship opportunity. And for those who are not familiar with it, it gives them an opportunity, if selected, to pay for their undergrad, their master's, and their doctoral degree.
Really?
Yes, ma'am, if they maintain their GPA. And you know what? The criteria does not ask for ACT or SAT, because unfortunately, some of our students struggle with that.
Yes.
So that's not an obstacle nor a barrier to apply for that particular scholarship. Only thing they ask for community service hours.
Really?
So I encourage every parent.
So they want you to be
senior
committed academically and want to see that you have contributed something to your community. So you will give back.
Yes,
and that's what they're looking for.
Absolutely.
So the ACT and SAT is not the driver.
No, ma'am.
It's not the driver.
No, ma'am.
And that's a very important point, because sometimes students that are just totally academic, that's not always a well-rounded student. And then when they go off to school, they have a hard time with that social part and assimilating, you know, in the college atmosphere.
Absolutely. And even for our juniors, sophomores, and freshmen that are listening, their parents, this is an opportunity for them to learn more about it and to start preparing. Right. Because preparation is key. So you know you need to take your child now to do, as you said, the Ronald McDonald House, volunteer. Because volunteering is going to pay off in the long run. And I will also stress to the seniors as well, not only the Bill and Melinda Gates Scholarship, but other scholarships that are out there that they should be applying for. And a lot of those scholarships will deadline December and January.
Of this year?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And waiting until 2016, if you are a senior, it's too late.
Yes, ma'am. That is correct.
And so when they come to the Albany State University, you all are right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Walking them through the process, helping the parents to understand how they can help their students.
Absolutely. And what will happen is when they come to open house, they will first apply, they will first register, and they can go online to www.asu.rams.edu. ASU Rams, our mascot, that golden ram.
Yes.
And they will click on admissions, and from admissions, they will click on closed, because it's a white box, and then they will click on undergrad, and from undergrad, they will click on open house. And if they cannot remember that, they can give us a call. We'll walk them through 229-430-4646. Again, 229-430-4646. And once they arrive on campus, they will go through the check-in process. And if they decide that, you know what, I don't know if I want to go, I'm thinking about it, but Saturday morning they wake up and they say, I want to come to Albany State, then they can just show up and they can register on site.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We have it
So
covered.
you're going to accommodate them.
Yes, ma'am.
We just need them to just drive down and just show up, and you got it all taken care of.
Yes, ma'am. We're not turning anyone around. So if you wake up on Saturday, October 31st and say, I decided I want to visit Golden Ram Country, just come on down. You're more than welcome. And while they're there, they will get opportunity to hear a segment of financial aid, which is important.
Very.
The GPA is great. Test scores are awesome, but you have to make sure you have the funding.
Exactly.
In order to pay for your education.
Yeah.
So we will cover that aspect, and then throughout the year we will cover, and then we will also be in your city again in November for the Fountain City Classic. And we will host a recruitment session, and we're going to invite students from surrounding counties to come and be a part of it. It's going to be at the Trade Center on that Thursday at 6:30, and we're going to bring a team from Albany State University, as well as our fabulous alumni that will be in the house, and we're going to provide them additional information as well.
Okay.
But as a senior, I would strongly, strongly recommend, if they have not signed up for the SAT or ACT, time is of the essence, and they need to attempt that test.
And then they can take it more than one
Yes,
time
ma'am.
instead of waiting to the last minute.
Absolutely.
And every year I keep seeing where we have in the spring students starting to apply for college. It's like, no, by the spring, when it's near graduation, you should already know what college you're going to.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll put this golden nugget out, not only for our seniors, but our juniors, to go on and attempt that SAT or ACT. While time is on your side, you should never want to attempt anything when you have pressure.
At the last minute.
Yes, because then you're not really performing at your best. Some people say they perform at their best, but I'm not one for pressure.
No, I'm not either. I like to plan ahead and be prepared, and the last minute, and the burning the midnight oil thing, it just doesn't work for me.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
And those students who are interested in Albany State University, I want to let everyone know that in November, we will be waiving the application fee.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. So they'll be able to apply to Albany State University.
And won't need any money?
No money. No, ma'am. And then they will also be able to submit their supporting documents, such as the official high school transcript. And it's okay that they're in their senior year. We'll look at what they've done in their junior, sophomore, and freshman year. And that'll give us a gauge if they're on the right track. And then when they do attempt the SAT, we need a 400 in math and a 430 in critical reading. And if they take the ACT, we need a 17 English and a 17 math. And when we do look at their GPA, we're looking at for a 2.22 minimum GPA. And I will also say this, because a lot of times students think if I take it one time, that's it.
No.
But if you know you did not make the test scores, why panic? Why get frustrated?
Just
sign up and retake it.
And take it and tutor yourself and try to be prepared the next time. Well, I am so excited, so very proud, and very impressed with the way that you are driving the car and making sure that we continue to get the best and the brightest at the Albany State University. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. This has been Straightforward. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Until next time, be blessed.